Thanks, Eric, and good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for making the journey. This is the first time in 4 years we've been able to do this live. We could test out a lot of things. For myself, it was how to tie a tie. It's been a while. Out of California, you don't have to put one on that much. Second part, you probably don't notice, but the suit jacket is really tight right now. The pandemic was good for many folks. I upped my carbohydrate intake, and so I'm going to unbutton if that's okay today. Thanks for making the time, and let me just start out by echoing where Eric started. Thank you for your support of Palo Alto Networks and our partners, but more importantly, thank you for your service to our government institutions and for what you do every day. I had the pleasure of visiting DC just a couple months ago for a week and had incredible conversations with our customers and partners. And I've worked with public sector customers my entire career. And for those of you who can't tell, I am on the tail end of my career right now. I've been doing it for a long time. But over the last nearly 2 years at Palo Alto Networks, it's been a great reminder for me about the passion I have in working with public sector and doing the work we all do collectively to secure our nation. And that's never more important than right now. There's never been a more critical time for all of us to look at your cybersecurity strategy and accelerate what you're doing. And I'll share a quick couple of observations today. But if there's one thing I hope you take away, this is the most dynamic time I have seen for enterprise and public sector orgs. And whether you work in the military, civilian government, intelligence, education, I feel now is the time to really double down on that strategy. Okay, and you're all probably going, yeah, sure, you're the president of Palo Alto Networks. Of course you want me to double down and spend more money on cyber. But the reality is, regardless of where you're at in your security journey or even who your security partner in, this is a great time to refocus, re-architect, and really look at what you're doing to provide the best cybersecurity for your chosen occupation. We're at the intersection of so many exciting opportunities that I'm going to go through today, and it's driven by trends, mega trends that are affecting us all. And I see this in my travels with customers around the world. You have a geopolitical and economic backdrop that is challenging. Now, many of you may not have to deal with it in this way, but at Palo Alto Networks, I've taken to calling this year, if you're a Star Wars fan, Revenge of the CFO, okay? This has been the year as the economy has tightened, as things have gone on in the world where CFOs are driving more scrutiny into security. And that's offset by security threats that are higher than ever. And so the stakes are high. And I'm sure you all feel that. As practitioners, leaders, industry professionals, we have an enormous opportunity to make world-changing impact here. And so why is this a pivotal moment? Let's look at some of the trends that are impacting us all, no matter where we work. First is the movement to cloud. Okay, and it's a journey we're all in different stages on, but I haven't met anybody who isn't even at least looking at this. Scalability, burstability, resilience, the ability to move workloads and data quickly to meet changing business needs is something we're all looking at. And we're seeing it grow in federal investment, like with JWCC. That program is just one example of the movement to cloud. But it is a constant conversation about what we should be doing to enable business, but how we secure it as we do it. Second is the nature of work. All of us have seen this via the pandemic. Work has changed, okay? Some of you may be back in the office full time. Some of you, during the pandemic, I went to the office every day. It was the safest place on earth. I was the only person in the office. It was great. There was no way I was getting COVID in the office as a party of one. But, for many, it was work from home, work remote, and now it's hybrid work, okay? And that nature of work, in my estimation, has changed forever. Remote work has made connectivity the norm from virtually anywhere on Earth. And as security professionals, we've had to adjust from securing the perimeter type of mission. That's no longer a data center. That's no longer an office building. That's wherever individuals work. That's a new mindset we all have to embrace because it creates a far more complex attack surface for your vital work, for your data and applications. And we have to change to meet that new reality. Now, the good news, again, in public sector, initiatives are underway, like TIC with the civilian space and Thunderdome in the Department of Defense, that are rising to meet that challenge and really provide the future security architectures you need to be safe. You know, the last mega trend is the changing threat landscape. You know, and you're going to hear from Wendy Whitmore, our Unit 42 leader. She'll go into much better depth and breadth on this than I can, so you'll hear from her today. But there's no doubt that all of these trends have really spawned an ever-evolving, challenging threat landscape for all of us. Any day you can pick up the paper and see a breach, see the impact of it, ransomware, the impact of it, the impact on brand, the impact on everyday services. Cybersecurity is mission critical, and it drives mission critical business processes. We need that to be always up and always on and effective for our businesses, okay? So all these forces are powerful. They're trends that impact us all. And the good news is that they're fueling record innovation on a number of levels for us. I think government organizations are innovating and embracing new technologies. We're seeing things like connected IoT devices in government buildings and medical facilities. We see OT sensors at the tactical edge. I was talking to Eric backstage. You know, I read about drones that look like hawks now, that fly low, and they not only help our farmers, but they provide critical intelligence back. It's amazing how fast this space is evolving. And, you know, beyond those types of devices, what it does is it creates that threat landscape that we have to be aware of. Each one of these is a threat point that can be hacked and turned against us. It's more attack surfaces to secure, more OIT devices to secure, OT sensors to be secured against people who are trying to use them for destructive means. And I have to say, innovation is also blooming in cybersecurity. This is going to be the audience participation part. How many of you have had a conversation around ChatGPT in the last 60 days? Please raise your hands. Okay, I think that's almost everybody, almost 100%. Look, I'm old, as I said. I started my career as a mainframe programmer, if anybody wants to start pegging the date. I saw the internet rise. I saw the dot-com bust. I saw mobile. I've seen cloud. I truly believe AI will be the biggest of all of those trends that hit us and be the most impactful. Now, the good news at Palo Alto Networks is we've been building AI and ML into our products for years. And we have a long-standing commitment to innovation around this. This year, we'll invest over $1 billion in R&D. An example of this is our AI-based SOC product, XIAM, uses AI and ML to reduce detection down to seconds and time to respond to minutes. And that's something just a few years ago was really weeks and months. That's the power of what AI and ML will bring to us. It's huge, and it's going to fundamentally transform the possibilities of the solutions we provide to you and how you protect them, but how you use them and re-architect what you do every day to be more effective. Now, at the heart of good AI, you need good data. Bad data, bad AI. Good data is going to be good AI. And we think this is the differentiation for Palo Alto Networks. We think we have the most good data to build the best AI models. We have over 4,500 Cortex customers alone. That gives us a massive set of security data. We're the largest cloud security company in the world. We have over 2,000 customers. That gives us not only cloud application knowledge, cloud security data, it helps us integrate data from all of the hyperscalers and from all of the application developers with shift-left capabilities. And those strong partnerships with hyperscalers, AWS, Google, Microsoft, and Oracle, and across the system integrator community, you're going to hear from Emily Mossberg from Deloitte after me, it allows us to support multi-cloud environments. It gives us the best data of anybody in the industry. And so we're on a quest to really continue building great data models, training our data, using automation and human interaction as a training opportunity. And I think over the next 12 months, you're going to see more innovation in the security space than you've ever seen. You know, you've probably already seen this, but just get prepped because everybody you talk to is going to talk about a co-pilot. I think every product out there will have a co-pilot. Microsoft already has co-pilots out there. We have it built in to many of the things we're doing. But this manifestation of AI is, I believe, the biggest thing we'll see. I think it will separate companies at scale who have good data to provide you with the best security solutions. And I think it's something that's going to fundamentally change what we do. Okay, and while it's good, we're doing that. I think the things we have to be aware of is bad actors are also innovating. We've already seen this innovation on the other side, and whether it's a supply chain attack like SolarWinds, or more recently the 3CX hack, AI is changing how attacks manifest themselves in your environments. We're seeing new phishing attacks at a completely different scale than pre-ChatGPT. And many of you probably saw there was the first ChatGPT-generated malware released into the wild. Okay? It's enabling the bad folks to invent and model and create new attacks. What we have to do is use AI to anticipate that. We've got to figure out how to thwart them in advance. So it's an opportunity for bad actors, but I think it's a bigger opportunity for us in the industry to do more to thwart them. And we're going to use that to our advantage. It all leads back to that's why this is the most critical time for you to look at your cyber strategy and make the adjustments necessary. I think this is great too because, in my time in the industry, I really feel like government is galvanized and they're prioritizing cyber now more than they ever have. We're seeing tremendous opportunity driven by this type of focus. First, as Eric mentioned, zero trust, right? The conversations I have with Fortune 500 CIOs, CISOs, and CEOs are the same conversations I have with government organizations. It isn't a cyber buzzword. It is, I get it, but it isn't. It's an approach and a philosophy that is driving cybersecurity strategy in every industry, from financial services to manufacturing to healthcare. You see it in government in the president's executive order. We're seeing it shaped in the guidance from NIST. It's driving policy in the Department of Homeland Security, CISA department, and in the DoD. We see more and more public and private collaboration. I think this is going to get more powerful for you in the coming years. And examples are the administration's executive order on secure supply chain. It's a great example of us coming together to secure more digital infrastructure. We see it in collaboration with CISA's CLAW initiative. Enables secure, efficient methods for processing cloud security data. When we bring public and private together, bring intel and data together, we're going to drive more powerful security solutions for you. But not only is government galvanized, I think the industry is, okay? Remember the trends we've talked about. Over the years, most organizations that I deal with have been in add-on mode. When I say add-on mode, that means we spot a new security threat and we buy a point product to stop it, okay? And what that leads to is when I meet with most customers and I ask them how many security products they have deployed, the average is over 70. Okay, I have met with a customer who has over 200 security products. Okay, and what that means is security infrastructure gets very complicated. The operational complexity goes up with more solutions that you have. And as an industry, we haven't made it easy for you. We roll out solutions for each of these things, and then we say, hey, good luck. Good luck integrating it. Go get some people. Figure out how to tie this all together. And then I try and charge you more when the renewal comes up. That's not a good model. Okay, we have put the onus on you. And I don't know, I heard a couple of chuckles. That probably sounds familiar, right? We need to change that paradigm. And while I know I have never met a customer that has one security solution, so I'm realistic about this, I do believe in the power of like-minded area platforms should be able to simplify your operations and drive up your security efficacy. And I believe this, again, if you look at AI and ML, the ability to collect data across these solutions, stitch it together, and give you intelligence that you don't have to chase down falsely, but know that there's an action associated, that is going to be the biggest change in the industry. In our company, we've chosen to focus on best of breed and platform for you to help solve that problem. We want to give you simplicity, we want you to be able to consolidate, and we want you to be able to do that without sacrificing security efficiency. Reducing operational complexity also addresses what I think is the number one problem I hear from customers, and that's the talent gap. Okay, it's an industry challenge. It's not just government, it's across private and public sector. And we saw a recent stat in 2022, federal government had nearly 40,000 cybersecurity job openings. Okay, that is an endless do loop that we will not get out of. And we have to change what we do. We believe, again, that consolidation here can reduce complexity. AI and ML can allow you to use fewer people, but those people you need, they're going to be the most talented staff, and they're going to focus on the most complex problems. And that's going to be one way, hopefully, we can solve that talent gap that's out there in the industry. Now, a quick note on where Palo Alto's at. Okay, our beginnings were in firewall and network security, but over the past 5 years, we've expanded and innovated. We have 3 platforms now that are best of breed and integrated everywhere they need to be to secure the network, secure the cloud, and modernize your SOC. Okay? In fact, our solutions are industry leaders in 13 categories. I don't think there's another company out there that can say that. And we also understand the importance of Fed-ready solutions. We've invested significantly in certifications across our platforms where our customers' missions require it. So we're supporting FedRAMP Moderate, FedRAMP High, IL5 environments today with the largest cybersecurity portfolio in the industry. And we're going to continue to invest and continue to bring new Fed-certified products to market. In addition, for some of our hardware products, we've attained CSFC status for the intelligence community. These are big investments that we are committed to. Federal and U.S. public sector is our fastest growing business. We need to deliver these solutions for you. We're committed to do it. And we recognize you have unique challenges and exactly what's at stake for you. Now, some manifestations of this and some of the partnerships we have today that I wanted to share, there's 3 here. The first is with the U.S. Department of Defense. We announced this deal with them. It was over $100 million deal for Expanse, and they use our Expanse attack management solution in providing centralized visibility and situational awareness over DoD's entire global network. It has over 300 million internet-connected devices. This is at scale, providing visibility like they've never had before. At the Department of Veteran Affairs, we're incredibly proud to be helping them secure its expanded remote workforce. It's a network of Internet of Medical Things, electronic health record modernization program, and making sure the services they provide for our veterans are secure. And then finally, at the state of North Dakota, one of our earliest customers, they started in 2010 with firewalls. Today, they've deployed over 100,000 Cortex endpoints to every school, college, city, county, and agency in the state. They protect these entities through the world-class SOC using our XOR, Expanse, and our managed threat hunting service. And they're securing their cloud migration with our Prisma Cloud solutions. When you talk to them, they've been able to standardize on platforms, reduce their operational complexity, and again, take their best people and put them on the most challenging problems, which has driven better security efficacy for them. That's the promise of what these platforms can do for you, and in partnership with Palo Alto. So let me end it. We have a tremendous opportunity with you in cybersecurity. It's a strategic weapon. Eric talked about that. And we want to make cybersecurity an accelerator of your business transformation, not an impediment. I said it twice, I'll end the third time. There's never been a more critical time. The time is now for us. And you can count on continued innovation from ourselves in the industry. I think we're on an exciting trajectory here. We'll continue the strong government and public partnership initiatives. I think we've got great foundation there to build on. And the power of AI, you'll hear it today from other speakers. You'll hear it from our Chief Product Officer, Lee Klarich. This is going to transform the industry over the next few years. You all raised your hands. We're here to help you on that journey and make the promise of AI real in your cybersecurity architecture. So this is a mission we're honored and privileged to be on your side, and it's a mission I hope we all win together. I want to thank you again for your time. I hope you enjoy the time here at Ignite. We look forward to meeting with many of you in person. And now I'd like to welcome, you're going to get a great panel here. Let me introduce Tom Suter, the founder and president of ATARC, who's going to bring the panel out. Thank you very much. Have a great Ignite.